Back to Can Angels Fly, 1970. I'm Nancy. And today I'm here to um, cover a particular subject. And it is the back. Yes, B.A.C.K. Back. A part of the human anatomy known as the dorsum. Now, the back has some major significance to me. And it is directly associated with relationships, whether it be alliances, networks, family, or friends, lovers, it doesn't matter. It's you needing to belong. It's you needing to have a support system. So what does the back have to do with that? Yeah, let me tell you. Well, think of the overall human anatomy. There is an anterior and there's a posterior. Let's talk about the anterior, the front part of the body. We have here eyes so you can see, a nose so you can smell and see what's going on, and a mouth so you can express your viewpoints or to argue your position. Now, you have control of, I believe, 180 degrees of yourself, right? Yeah. You have this thing called peripheral vision going on. So that takes you 180 degrees without you even having to turn your head left or right. You got this locked down. What about the posterior? Well, if you pay attention, it's not much back there except for the derriere. And we're going to talk about the derriere later. Let's continue with the front part. As you move out into the world and interact with people, handle your business, do whatever, you can see what's coming. You can see opportunities and you can perceive threats. But in the back, where malicious attacks usually come from the back, from the dark, from the unseen, the unknown, hidden enemies. It's a blind spot to you. It's a blind spot to me. It's a blind spot to us all. So, the back is a significant thing because the question arises, who's at your back? Who has your back? Now, I will say this, universe ain't no fool. For those that stand alone or are loners, it did provide a function that can handle some stuff, give you some warning signs. And here at this equator are the ears. Those ears assist you when you confront the world. But they also got you from the back. You ever heard somebody creeping up on you? See how well they work? Well, anyway, let's talk about the posterior now, the back part, the dorsum mostly of the human body. As I mentioned, only thing that's really back there is the derriere. So that's symbolic too. Who's at your back when the shit hits the fan? Good question. It is my belief that we really need to pay attention to the people we interact with. We need to hold a hardcore interview about the people that are in our lives, that we allow in our lives, especially our intimate lives. Because the people that we let in, we need to be sure that they can be trusted, that they're up for the job. Because, they cover the blind spot. Now, when I say blind spot, I'm not just, we know that we don't stand back to back in life. We ain't glued together. However, we're in this world together. And to have our lives overlap is the same or symbolic, or the back is symbolic of us being in the same circle or having a overlapping lives or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? Kind of started off twisted. However, again, the person you have standing at your back is so important. So you need to be able to determine if that person, again, is up for the challenge. Do they want the challenge? You know? Are they responsible enough? Are they loyal enough? So how do we do that? Well, right here, as you all know, I'm a tarot reader. So right here, right now, I'm going to mention a little bit about a tarot card, or a tarot suit. And that's the suit of the swords. Because the swords talk about pursuing truth, knowledge, clarity, and enlightenment in order to make your moves in life based on that information. So when you engage another, whether it be a lover, family, friend, associate, alliance, don't matter to me who they are, they all need to be interviewed. Because their substance, whoever they are, from the heart, can be or will influence your life. So let's talk about discerning who you should have at your back. How do you discern that? How do you discern if a person is worthy to stand back to back with you in this world? Well, you can always look at their reputation, you know. What are they known for doing in the past? What do they do now? You also have the opportunity to socially interact with them. See, social interaction is a medium for you and I to learn who that other person is. Again, whether it's family, friends, lover, acquaintance, associated, co-worker, don't matter. Social interaction opens up the opportunity for you to learn their hearts. You get to learn their ambitions, their hopes, their wishes. You learn their fears, their weaknesses. You learn their strengths. You learn their viewpoints. You know, all those things, plus some more. In that social interaction, they're also learning those things about you. So, over time, you're able to discern if this person is worthy of standing back to back with you in this world. How are you able to discern? Through the information you accumulated through the interaction, through learning about their reputation from the past and currently. All right? And through all that information, wisdom comes, you know? And you will learn that, you know, that discernment, the use of wisdom, is a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver. And that if you fail to use discernment and wisdom, your whole life can be destroyed because you allow the wrong person to be at your back, to be watching your blind spot. Now, I want to use an example here to explain what I'm talking about. Say you have a friend indeed. You may have had this friend for 5, 10 years or more. And they've always acted like, oh, I love you so much. Hugs and kisses. When you're sharing your intimate side, they're leaning in. Really? Oh, wow. They may even give you advice. But secretly, they don't like you. They may hate you and loathe you. But they never say it. They don't even show it. So, again, you have to look at reputation as well to find out, are they trustworthy, loyal, dedicated, you know, responsible. But okay, we know that some people like to be tricksters and fool you and manipulate you in situations. So now you've been manipulated into a situation where you have a deceptive person standing at your back. You have a hidden enemy standing at your back. Now, this hidden enemy that is your good friend knows all about your world. They know about that open enemy that everybody know don't like you. And the day comes that they see this person coming your way. You know, they don't say a thing. They kind of like, oh, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. They give you no signs that this person is maybe gossiping about you, stealing from you, or setting you up to maybe lose your job or anything like that. Right? They might not offer them any extra assistance, but they did allow them the, what is it called? The element of surprise. You know. So you're gonna be surprised, right? Because your blind spot was covered by somebody that really didn't like you. You know, they never showed it, but they didn't like you nonetheless. So when this attack comes, you're oblivious to it. Why? Because you weren't able to discern who had your back. Again, you have to look at people's reputation in society with their families. You have to study them as you interact with them in all different situations and circumstances. You have to know their emotional response. You got to know their viewpoints. You know, you got to know their desires or aims. Desires and aims are a good one. Accomplishments are a good one. Because could you imagine having a friend or associate who has a similar aim as yourself, but you the one that achieved it and they have not? Over and over again, you achieve and they are not. The anger, the animosity that can build up in a person, creating a hidden enemy, you know? So you have to pay attention to, excuse me, all these fine details because your overall well-being depends on it. Now, imagine you have an associate, a friend who truly loves you. They love you. They care for you. They willing to kill a mosquito over you. They standing at your back. They see that open enemy headed your way. They gonna give you the heads up. They gonna nudge you with that elbow and say, hey, pay attention. Head up. Here comes such and such. They're spreading rumors about you. They're going to do this or they're going to do that. Get prepared. They immediately eliminate the element of surprise. So when that enemy comes around, you ready. See, how can you discern and know that that person loves you so much they'll kill a mosquito over you? Well, let's see. Let's use the example again of your achievements. You know, your aims, your ambitions. You're reaching for them and achieving them. They're reaching for their aims and achieving them. There's no jealousy, you know. How about their reputation? How do their family feel about them? You know, when you're around their family, how do they act towards you versus them? These are different things that you can look to find out how these people really feel about you, who they really are in your life. It's going to show. Just keep your eyes open. Now, I created some acronyms for the word back. And one acronym is Bond Associate Bond assembles critical information. I repeat, Bond assembles critical information. That person that will kill a mosquito over you, you know, that bond you have with them, they're out in the world living life. They hear things, they see things, they experience things. Sometimes those things are associated directly with you. So they assist in or assemble critical information that can ultimately help you. That knowledge helps you. Now, what about that associate that you had 5, 10 years and they secretly a secret enemy? Well, I got an acronym for them too, associated with the word back. And it is a bond, assist in crisis knowingly. I'll repeat that. Bond, assist, crisis knowingly. They knowingly allow your open enemy to attack you. They don't give you the elbow nudge and say, look out. They just stand there quietly, snickering. Oh, it's time, it's time, it's time. You know? So again, your discernment, your like the experiences you have, the information that you accumulate about everyone around you is so important because it's up to you to discern or determine their value, their loyalty, their ability to be dutiful, so that you can ultimately use your wisdom to say, hey, you need to go, or you can, or if there's one that can stay, let's ride. We're gonna ride or die. That's what I call it, ride or die. Because these people overall hold the ability to affect your overall well-being. These people understand can affect you physically, spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally, and socially. So you really got to be able to trust these people or this person, because these people know all your secrets, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. They know about your body. They know about your family and friends. They know about your level of wealth. They know all the details of your life. So you have to be very careful who you let in, who you let stand at your back. Thank you for coming to Can Angels Fly 1970. Until next time. Bye.